in, in terms of class, like the thing is, I used to look at Elon Musk as kind of like this really dope ass Robert Downey Jr. kind of character, and over the years he just got weirder, but not in like the good way. Like I don't like he's definitely not good, but he's also not evil. And I think that needs to reflect in his class more so than his alignment, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he kind of went from Tony Stark to more of like a super smart Kramer from Seinfeld. He's like, oh, you gotta put microchips in your head, Jerry. You gotta do that. Everybody needs microchips in their head, Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, that just sounds like more like a Rick Sanchez sounding.
Oh yeah, actually, no, yeah, that sounds more like Rick Sanchez. If Rick was just like high on everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with it, I see what you're saying, that there needs to be like more to it. That's kind of because you don't really. I mean, he doesn't like. He has no like physical prowess, so he doesn't really pick up any martial classes. So that's why I was more going with like the sort of roguish thing, and that's sort of picking up this
rogue artificer,
morally ambiguous character. That's a rogue like criminal of sorts, but only for corporate greed more so.
What I'm trying to think of the type of magic that specifically goes into like illusion, like mirror images, stuff to fuck with people, because he's really good at fucking with people, and I'm trying to think of a class that really entails that.
I mean, there's wizard, like that's just another wizard class, really, as your illusionist.
Oh, there we go. Like illusionist would be a good sub.
Yeah, because you sort of pick your focus, your wizarding focus. You can be of any school. So like the school of illusion is that's what they do. Like they are very tricky. They do illusions and hallucinogenic visions or whatever. But that fits in. He can do all that as an artificer. Like on the character sheet, he'll still have those spells.
Gotcha. So I guess he really is just kind of like an artificer, and we leave it at that. He just happens to focus more on the illusionary aspects because he's a dick.
What about like for his backstory now, like Artificer? Dude, would he be the head of the Zentarum, or would he be like like not so much a black network because he's more out in the open?
I would say that goes into like how you'd play him. Like I would use him as a resource throughout the game, like someone that you go through. Like if I were running him, I'd have him as NPC who you often need to work with. But then like the more you work with him, the more diabolical he seems, and you start getting into his shit and like realizing he's got like an underground lab where he's like cloning babies and making like rockets and spaceships and space jammers and shit. And so, like, as you keep going, you start realizing that he's not necessarily bad. He's just sort of got an evil empire getting started.
Mm-hmm. And none of his stuff, like, directly influences or, like, harms your party, but it could be harming other people.
Yeah.
He seems
at least until you go against him. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, what? Like, you come against my might? And, like, he raised, like, an army of robots against you.
He seems like the kind of guy who would like specialize in giving you like super cursed objects, and you wouldn't even realize it until you use the damn thing. Like, yeah. And the worst part is like it would be a cursed item where it's just good enough to where you want to keep it around, but shitty enough to go, I'm going to use you as a last result. Like he's the guy who would make the deck of many things just to fuck with you kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. He's the kind of asshole that would use that for sure, because that's the worst thing in the game. It's the stupidest, worst piece of magic in the whole fucking game.
And then like he does have like an entire army and all this stuff, but he literally just kind of stuffs it all in a bag of holding, like, and carries along with him like for just in case.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. I love it though. I've made a lot of characters that are like that kind of crazy old genius. Not a particular like corporate overlord as much, but I've made characters like that because he's got a great archetype for the game, being that like kind of crazy manic creator who you never really know if he's good or bad or what his intentions are. It's just a good character trope.
He's like a Jaraxel character. Like I love this like weird, unique, funky dude where it's like, I hate that you're around, but I'm kind of also glad that you're around.
Yeah. He makes life more interesting, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be pointless, but who the fuck else is gonna shoot a fucking Mustang into the sky, you know?
I forgot he did that. And the thing is, I feel like 2020 is just so stupid, awful, nuts that it just seems like a regular Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like I just he just does the weirdest thing, flamethrowers and tunneling things and shooting cars into space. And I feel like we just take this nonsense for granted because at this point it's just Elon Musk doing Elon Musk.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like he would actually have a kingdom that is like equally fed up with his bullshit, but also so blasé about it, where he would have to do something incredibly like recklessly irresponsible.
They just figured it out. He's the freaking wizard in the Wizard of Oz.
Like
the fake like wizard, or actually like, you know, he's just the inventor. Like everyone could know that who he is, but he's like trapped everybody in this Emerald City type of thing with all of his fucking inventions, and he's this big all powerful weird shit. I mean, it'd be like post everyone finding out the wizard's not like this all powerful being. It's just like this weird crackpot genius.
It's kind of fun. What if it's like it's so Elon Musk in the DnD game is actually just like actual Elon Musk who got isekai'd into our world. And so he's actually pretending to be a wizard, but he's really a fucking muggle from like Chicago or wherever the fuck I don't know. I don't think he's from America. I have no idea. But yeah, and so he's been pretending to be a wizard by using all the technology he has and all the cool items.
Oh my god, I love everything about this. He's Ash. He's Ash from the Evil Dead, is what he is. he Army of Darkness.
Way less cool.
His way into there, just use technology to keep it the badass way he is. I love this. This is like the thing I would love to do in a campaign.
Elon Musk.
Just Elon Musk.
The big reveal is the wizard of whatever city you go to. The patriarch is just fucking Elon Musk.
That's hilarious.
Man behind the curtain. Surprise!
Elon Musk into a D&D game, and when you finally get to him, he's just like, "Oh my god, are you from here? You're not from here." He has like a panic attack and breaks out. He's like, "Just get me the fuck out of here!"
You know, it'd be great if like this is like just weird enough for him to find and watch.
Yeah.
I would laugh my ass off so hard if he was like, "Dear chucklesluts, fuck you, but also very correct and astute."
He has enough technology that like he probably has like his name like ping up somewhere, and he like goes through his phone where every person like on the internet in the entire world, if you call out his name, he's just like meow. And like one of his little fucking nano brains picks it up and tells him about it.
Like the Candyman thing. It's like Elon Musk.
No, he's more like Beetlejuice than Candyman.
He's the freaking technology Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times and he'll appear.
I think we just found the name for the title of this episode. Well, honestly, that turned into so much more than I ever wanted it to be. Thank you for that. We're gonna have to move.
Throwing my computer away after this.
He's coming for you.
He's gonna
my name, and I wasn't here.